Welcome to Timeless Audiobook, The Surrogate Mother by Freida McFadden. Introduction. Freida McFadden never disappoints when it comes to twisted domestic thrillers, and The Surrogate Mother is no exception. This gripping novel dives into the complex, emotional, and dark world of surrogacy, where nothing is as perfect as it seems. The story plays with your perceptions of right and wrong and keeps you questioning every character's true motives. At its heart, The Surrogate Mother is about trust, betrayal, and the terrifying secrets people hide behind their polished facades. It makes you wonder how well you really know the people in your life. Now let's dive deep into this unsettling yet addictive story, The Surrogate Mother. Full summary. Abby is an ordinary young woman struggling to make ends meet. Working a dead-end job as a waitress barely keeps her afloat, and her dreams of finishing college are slipping away due to crushing student debt. Living in a tiny apartment and constantly watching her bank account hover near zero has worn her down. Abby wants more from life, but opportunities seem few and far between. That's when she comes across an online ad that seems almost too good to be true. The ad is simple, yet life-changing. A wealthy couple is searching for a surrogate to carry their child. The payment is generous enough to wipe away all of Abby's financial worries. The couple promises to provide a safe, comfortable home and cover all expenses during the pregnancy. For Abby, who has no children of her own and has always been healthy, it sounds like the perfect arrangement. 9 months of sacrifice for a lifetime of financial freedom. What could possibly go wrong? The couple in question is Laura and Miles Wheaton. They are rich, charming, and seemingly perfect. Laura is a beautiful, poised woman who immediately takes a liking to Abby. Miles is a successful businessman with a magnetic personality. Their luxurious home in the suburbs feels like a world away from Abby's tiny apartment. They offer her comfort, security, and a way out of her difficult life. But beneath the smiles and fancy dinners, there's an undercurrent of something Abby can't quite put her finger on. Despite her unease, Abby agrees to the arrangement. The contract is signed, medical tests are passed, and soon enough Abby is pregnant with the Wheaton's child. At first, everything seems fine. Laura fusses over her like a big sister, constantly checking on her well-being. Miles is charming, attentive, and never misses an appointment. But as the weeks go by, Abby starts noticing odd things. Locked rooms in the mansion that she is told to stay away from, hushed conversations between Laura and Miles that stop when she walks in, and subtle but undeniable tension between the couple. The situation becomes even more unsettling when Abby starts experiencing strange symptoms. Fainting spells, dizzy spells, and a constant feeling of being watched make her paranoid. She begins to question the motives of the Wheatons. Are they really just desperate for a child, or is there a darker reason behind their need for a surrogate? Abby's concerns grow when she discovers disturbing secrets about Laura. She learns that Laura had a tragic past involving multiple miscarriages and a nervous breakdown that left her hospitalized. Some whispers even suggest that Laura is not mentally stable. But Laura brushes off the rumors, insisting that she has recovered and only wants to start a family with her loving husband. Abby tries to convince herself that she is overthinking, but her gut keeps screaming that something is wrong. The turning point comes when Abby stumbles upon an old photograph hidden in the Wheaton's home. The photo shows Miles with another woman, who looks eerily similar to Laura, but with key differences. Her name was Emily, and she was Miles' previous wife. Shocked, Abby digs deeper and uncovers a horrifying truth. Emily didn't just leave Miles as Laura claimed. She disappeared under mysterious circumstances, and her body was never found. Terrified, Abby confronts Laura, who reacts with calm precision. Laura explains that Emily was mentally unstable and ran off in the middle of the night. Miles was devastated, but has since moved on. She warns Abby not to believe gossip and assures her that she is safe. But Abby's instincts tell her otherwise. Now pregnant and vulnerable, she feels trapped in the luxurious mansion with no escape. As her pregnancy progresses, Abby becomes more isolated. Her phone mysteriously stops working, calls to her friends and family go unanswered, and Laura convinces her that outside stress is dangerous for the baby. Miles grows more controlling, subtly reminding her of the legal contract she signed and the financial consequences of breaking it. Abby feels like a prisoner in the Wheaton's perfect home. Despite the fear, Abby plays along, biding her time while gathering evidence. She befriends one of the household staff, a quiet maid named Rosa who has worked for the Wheatons for years. Rosa is hesitant at first, but eventually reveals chilling details. Emily's disappearance wasn't the only tragedy linked to the Wheatons. Other women who worked for them have mysteriously quit without notice. Some simply vanished without a trace. Determined to escape, Abby secretly contacts her old roommate Sarah and arranges to meet her in town. But when the day arrives, Sarah never shows up. Instead, Laura appears calm, yet menacing, informing Abby that she knows about the planned meeting. Abby realizes with horror that the Wheatons are monitoring her every move. Her freedom is gone, and she is entirely at their mercy. The situation escalates when Abby finds a hidden basement room. Inside, she discovers evidence of surveillance equipment suggesting that the entire house is wired with hidden cameras. She also uncovers files containing personal information about past employees, including Emily. The documents paint a disturbing picture of manipulation, gaslighting, and control. Abby now knows the Wheatons are dangerous, but escaping won't be easy as the due date approaches. Abby becomes more desperate. She pretends to comply with the Wheatons' demands while secretly plotting her escape. But Miles and Laura are always one step ahead. They tighten security, restrict her movements, and constantly remind her that the baby belongs to them, not her. Abby feels helpless, trapped in a nightmare with no way out. But Abby is stronger than they realize. Using the knowledge she gained from snooping, she devises a plan. She fakes a medical emergency, forcing Laura to rush her to the hospital. Once there, Abby contacts the authorities and reveals everything. But Laura insists Abby is delusional, playing the role of the concerned intended mother. Miles arrives with lawyers threatening legal action if Abby doesn't comply. The hospital staff is unsure who to believe. Abby's medical records confirm her pregnancy, but without solid proof of wrongdoing, the police are hesitant to intervene. Laura and Miles play the victims, painting Abby as unstable and emotionally compromised. Abby is forced to return to the mansion under strict supervision. Back at the mansion, things take a darker turn. Laura's facade begins to crack, revealing a manipulative, cruel side. She taunts Abby, reminding her that the baby isn't hers and threatening to make her disappear, just like Emily. Abby realizes that if she doesn't escape, soon she might not live to see her baby born. In a final act of desperation, Abby turns to Rosa for help. Rosa reveals a hidden exit route through the basement and promises to contact the police. Late at night, Abby sneaks out, navigating the dark corridors while Laura and Miles sleep. But as she reaches the basement, she finds Miles waiting for her. A violent struggle ensues. Abby fights with every ounce of strength, determined to survive. Rosa intervenes, distracting Miles long enough for Abby to escape. She flees into the night barefoot and terrified, but free at last. She finds refuge at a nearby police station where she shares her entire story. This time with Rosa's testimony and the evidence from the hidden room, the police believe her. The authorities raid the Wheatons' mansion, uncovering the hidden cameras, files, and other damning evidence. Laura and Miles are arrested, facing multiple charges, including kidnapping, unlawful surveillance, and abuse. The media explodes with coverage of the scandal, exposing the dark secrets behind the wealthy couple's polished image. Abby gives birth to a healthy baby boy under police protection. Though the road to recovery is long, she is determined to rebuild her life. The trauma may never fully fade, but Abby refuses to be a victim. She emerges stronger, wiser, and more determined than ever to protect her child. In the aftermath, Abby learns more about Emily's fate. It is revealed that Emily tried to escape the Wheatons' control, but tragically lost her life in the process. Her body was hidden by Miles to protect their reputation. The truth finally comes to light, bringing justice for Emily and closure for Abby. The Surrogate Mother is a haunting reminder that appearances can be deceiving. Beneath wealth and charm can lurk manipulation, cruelty, and darkness. Freida McFadden crafts a chilling tale of survival, resilience, and the fight for truth. Abby's journey from naive young woman to fierce survivor will leave listeners on the edge of their seats, questioning every promise that sounds too good to be true. This twisted psychological thriller grips you from the first page and refuses to let go. It exposes the vulnerabilities of surrogacy arrangements and the terrifying consequences of misplaced trust. If you love stories filled with tension, secrets, and jaw-dropping twists, The Surrogate Mother delivers all that and more. Prepare yourself for a roller coaster of emotions as you follow Abby's fight for freedom in a world where nothing is what it seems.